We got some Friday fan feels. How are you feeling about the Oklahoma Sooners heading into the bye weekend? We got some big time matchups to watch. We'll discuss in the third segment. All that coming up next here on Locked On Sooners. Once again, thanks for making Locked On Sooners your first listen every single day. Shout out to all the everydayers out there. Tune in and subscribe to the show wherever you get your podcasts. We're part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. Jay, it's Friday Fan Feels time, so let's get into it. It starts here. We're right where you want to be. Win out and you're in. You control your own destiny. They've beat Bama before and can do it again. That one comes from Jeremy on X.
Great place to do it because X was the one that did it. So as we talk about it, all you got to do is run down their throat, man. Just run. Run. RTDB. That's it. That's it. That's all you got to do. Run the ball. Keep running the ball. You should be fine in this game. But no, on a serious note, yeah, we've done it before. We did the unthinkable. And we did it in a way of dominance at the crib. Mm-hmm. They're not going to like that. They're not going to like the idea of having to deal with that a second time. But we can go in there and do it again. I mean, regardless of, the way that with Brent Venables saying that we expect to get some players back, may see some key components come back for that game. And like I said, like you said, John, you said this before, you said this earlier this week. We've been saying it all week. Oh, it's the perfect week for a bye week. Mm-hmm. We needed this week to rest these bodies. And I think that's a good thing because Brent Venables is also 4-1 off of a bye.
Huge. Yeah, huge. It's a big matchup. Everybody's got to step up. You got to have a good game from just about everybody. You've got to have your best game of the season offensively. Your defense is going to have to step up. Your secondary is going to have to be better than what it was the last couple of weeks. But listen, man, I'm feeling positive about it. Am I confident that they go in and beat Bama? Not quite, but I think they absolutely can go in and beat Bama. We'll give you our predictions later next week as we get ready for Oklahoma and Bama. We'll have our crossover with the guys from Locked On Bama, Jimmy Stein and Luke Robinson, two great dudes. You're going to love hearing from them and what they think about the Crimson Tide ahead of that one. This one comes from Sean on YouTube. Win or lose, BV is the guy to lead OU into the future. He exemplifies exactly what OU is and knows how to do it. He's facing the ever-changing atmosphere and has been rock steady.
I like that take because I've been on, of course, the BV train from jump. I've said it numerous times here that if the defense was bad, then I would totally say, yeah, he's got to go. But you're seeing constant improvement on the defense. The secondary is young, but it's growing. We're going to eventually get those dudes at the age that you need them to be really, really productive. And I really like the class that Cortland Guillory's part of with Malik Hawkins as well as Tristan Haynes. Trinae Washington's the tight end. But I think that young cornerback room is going to do great in growing with them going forward. Of course, the three-headed monster in the safety room is going to be fun, and with Peyton Bowen, so you kind of got four dudes that you get to work with. But yeah, I'm going to continue to say it, man. It takes a lot longer to build a defense than it does an offense, especially when you're playing in an actual real conference. This defense probably would have looked completely different in 2024 if we were still in the Big 12. I think we probably would have been a hell of a lot better too, if you're really being honest. But you're an SEC, baby. You're playing big boy ball. And I think he's playing it at a level that we should continue to see growth going forward.
Yeah, I really like this take from Sean as well. And from a different perspective, you see the coaching carousel and the way it's going right now. And you could look at, Penn State firing James Franklin after all the success that he's had and be like, well, why would OU want to hold on to somebody who hasn't had near as much success? The question I come to is, who are you going to go get that you feel like is significantly better than what you got? And why do you want to go through a reset? If this isn't the guy, then yes, okay, you move on at some point. But I feel like you're better suited just letting him continue to build the program with the foundation that he's set defensively have a little bit better offensive continuity. I don't think you lose Ben Arbuckle to a head coaching job anytime soon. And so there's potential for this team to continue to grow and get better. We already like what they're doing on the offensive side of the ball, recruiting the football, but you've got to get those guys on campus and retain them and keep things building in that direction. They've had great retention on defense, just haven't been able to do the same thing on offense just yet. But with Ben Arbuckle now, you have him maybe for the next few years. That's going to help your retention. So I'm just not of the mind where changing a head coach 3-4 years into it necessarily sets you up for long-term success. You believe in Brent Venables, not just because of the X's and O's, but because of the human that he is, that he's going to be here long-term, and that, yes, X's and O's wise, defensively, he's going to have you set and you're going to be good to go on that side of the ball. You just got to respond offensively. So yeah, I like this, man. He's a Oklahoma guy. He wants to be at Oklahoma. He wants to see Oklahoma do well. To me, that kind of stuff matters as well. Charles on YouTube says, I'm just glad Mateer seems to be getting closer to his old form. I feel like we have a chance against anybody out there, especially with our defense.
Yeah, it does feel like Mateer's coming back to his old version. Like we talked about earlier this week, health has been critical, and I feels like he's getting healthy. And if he's getting healthy, we should start seeing the version of him, because it felt like we saw the Michigan version in this Tennessee game in the second half. Mm-hmm. Maybe not first half, but second half, it did feel like that. And that's what we're going to need in this week. Going up against, next week going up against Bama. This week I need him to rest, get healthy, make sure that knee feels better, and get ready to put the team on your back while also RTDB. Hand that dang ball off. Just give it off.
Yeah. And take a few shots down the field. I think maybe the thing that's missing the most is really not looking Deion Burke's way down the sideline as much. Because I feel like against Michigan and against Auburn, that was a play that was kind of in the back pocket and it was successful. Now we've found Isaiah Satania down the sideline a little bit on the left side, but got to look Deion Burke's way. Also, if Jermichael Carter can kind of build off what he did, that provides you another option in the passing game. He's looked more comfortable so far than Javonte Gibson. Let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater just yet on Gibson. We're going to continue to integrate him as well. But yeah, to me, Mateer is part of the answer, but the other part of this answer is Ben Arbuckle leaning more into the run game. That's been the best and most consistent part of your offense over the last few weeks. Continue to ride it. Xavier Robinson is playing as good a football at running back as anybody in the conference right now over the last 5 weeks. So ride it out. This one comes from a Bama fan. He says, as a Bama fan and alum, I must say I'm a little concerned about this one. God forbid it comes down to a field goal. Bama doesn't have a kicker, and the Sooners have an awesome one.
That's funny, Jeff, and you've got a really good point. I do think this game is going to be a lot closer than what the spread is set at. Like, the spread was set at, to me, a fun number, because I do think that number is going to drop a lot before the game happens, and is probably going to drop as more Oklahoma money continues to pour on it. We'll find out this weekend what Bama's about, especially going up against LSU. We'll figure out how healthy they are and how well they're going to play. Heck, there's a chance that if LSU causes problems for Bama in this game, that it leans into the favor for Oklahoma. We'll talk about that on the other side, of course, with all those games coming up. But yeah, I think you're right. I think it does come down. I think it comes down to a field goal-ish type game.
If it does, then Oklahoma is going to have a great chance. Oklahoma special teams ranks significantly better in SP plus than Alabama's. Oklahoma is number 18 in special teams SP plus. Alabama 76th. 76th. That's a big difference. Even if you don't ascribe completely to the analytics, that is a big jump. That's not like a margin for error difference. So Oklahoma special teams, when they're on point, they are a weapon. Grayson Miller seems to have gotten over the funk that had him shanking a couple balls. What was that in the South Carolina game? Looked a lot better against Ole Miss, looked a lot better against Tennessee. And if he continues to punt like that, Oklahoma will be in good shape. He's a weapon. Obviously, Tate Sandell is fantastic. The dude is on a run right now, just kicking the lights out of the ball right now. Kicking lights out right now. So yeah, it's going to be a tough ball game. and you're going to have
So
to
much
win.
fun.
You're going to have to win in special teams. You're going to have to win on defense. You're going to have to win on offense. It's going to be a good one. This one comes from Willimon. He says, Bama's secondary concerns me, but if Arbuckle commits to the run game, I feel like we can win because I have all the faith in the world in our defense. Boomer Sooner.
That's exactly what I'm thinking too. Their secondary is really good. Everything about Bama's secondary is, to me, tier 1. They're really good in the secondary. And so your path to success in this one, John, is to do what? Run the ball.
The dang ball. Yeah, run it a lot. Take a page out of that playbook from last year. Continue to run the ball. I don't think that they're going to necessarily sit back as much. They're going to challenge John Mateer to throw the ball down the field. You don't have to buy into it. Attack them. If they load the box, just say, hey, our guys in the box are better than your guys in the box, and we're going to beat you. And we're going to beat you up all game long, and just run the ball. You don't have to have a favorable box to run the ball. I know that offensive coordinators want to play the numbers game, but that's also what kind of gets you in trouble a little bit. That's what got Seth Luttrell in trouble last year. They were so focused on the numbers game that there were too many factors in the decision making. Just get downhill, play some old school football, and just say, hey, you know what? We're better than you. And we know it. Some White Goodman from a dodgeball, and just go run the ball. I think that's your best path to success. You go do it, and you're going to have a great chance to win. Also, it keeps Ty Simpson and those dynamic wide receivers on the sideline if you can control the clock.
Yeah.
This one, it comes from Robert. He says, simply put, when you control your own destiny or situation and you know it has to be done, own your truth and show the nation why there's only one Oklahoma.
There's only one.
Let's go, Robert. Fire us up, man.
Yeah, it's good stuff. What it is. We've got it in front of us. We control our own destiny. So go do it.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity just to kind of set the stage for what could be a great finish to the season and a springboard into the playoff and even a springboard into the future that, hey, listen, you had it on the line and you took care of business when the games mattered the most. Now's your chance. Go take care of business. All right, coming up, what week 11 games do we need to be watching? There's so many good ones.